Tell me when we're on. Okay, welcome to Radnički Niš Stadium, Chayar. Radnički Niš take the kickoff here, and I believe that there was an audio problem in the first half, so the good thing is I get to run all the same jokes as we attempted to tell in the first half, given that nobody's heard them. So
we can repeat ourselves.
we can almost repeat the whole show. So 46-0 is the score as we start the second half. That's Danilo Kosanovic. Here's Stefan Nikolic with a good pass off the line there to Nedeljkovic. Nedeljkovic is difficult to handle. Looks like he wants to offload. Pushes them off as if they're primary school children. Great offload there. Here's Vojislav Dedic, also with a one-handed offload, but going one too far. One too far. That was not the right play, and that's the second time we've seen in this game where,
that was impressive from Sila. The whole team couldn't stop him.
Oh, exactly. That was very, very impressive there from Sila. That was really good work. He made a good bust. He just kept the legs pumping, lots of post-contact meters, but as we described in the first half, which unfortunately has gone into the black hole of the universe, Red Star just need to keep that composure, be disciplined, and treat Radnički Niš with respect at all times. So that's the game of the rugby league, and if you don't treat opponents with respect, it does bite you. So Niš on the attack here. First attack, but pushed backwards about 3 or 4 meters. So Niš will play the ball now about 14 meters from the halfway line. Sitting down here in the bunker, we're actually down in what's called the mezzanine. It's almost halfway between ground floor and in the basement. Here's another good hit up off the side. Very, very strong defence. We've had 3 tackles here for the Niš team. That was Mihailo Jovic.
They're still on their half.
Exactly. So the 4th tackle is going to be about 1 metre from the halfway line. They'll put him down and he'll actually get right on halfway here now for the 4th tackle. Dishes the ball off. That is Filip Stosic. Passing the ball out onto the left. That's a bit of a pity that the referee called held there, because he managed to get his arm free there for the offload, and that was actually a good bit of play there by Radnički Niš. This should probably be. That looks like Petar Milanovic maybe having a little bit of an issue there. Actually having quite a big issue, so that's not very good at all. It looks like
knocked out somehow.
Oh dear. So we need to keep him upright. He doesn't look very good at all there. The legs are very wobbly, and that is Petar Milanovic for Red Star. Looked like he was elbowed unintentionally, of course, by Radnički Niš. Unintentionally.
Okay, he can walk. But
so here's the 5th tackle. Looks like Lazar Živkovic here onto that favoured right foot. Really good kick. Well taken there by Ilija Krstic, and he's going to run the ball straight back into the centre of the Radnički Niš defence, and that's beautiful work. Nice run there from Denis Chengai, picking that up from dummy half. That's the sort of stuff that we want to see on 1st and 2nd tackle by Red Star. None of this Hollywood stuff, chucking the ball around 5 times. Nice ball on the inside there from Jack O'Brien to Sam Heron. That couple manages to keep the ball this time. Couple of times in the last half they dropped it. Nice ball again, face ball there. And on the wing there's Ilija Krstic. Really good break. He's going to score underneath the post. And Red Star resume transmission from the first half. That is the 50. 50. So what did you think about that move there, sort of moving on the moving the defence around there on Radnički Niš's right-hand side, Red Star's left? So, yeah.
Well, they're trying.
They're trying, yes, they are. They are. Look, it's a very, very hard ask when you're at this point of the match and things are not going your way.
Yeah.
You know, you're doing a lot of defending, because what will happen here, as we've seen in the first half, is Radnički will now need to kick the ball off. But Stefan Nedeljkovic now with the shot at goal directly in front.
Directly in front. That he cannot miss that.
He shouldn't miss it. He nearly did. He's only just managed to get it on the inside. Exactly. I reckon that's gone. Expert commentary there from Brett Davidson as well on the sideline. He's helping out at Radnički Niš, so really good stuff. Well, that's made that. Is that 52-0 now? 52-0. Vuk in the background, our statistician and key sound man, so that's wonderful. Maybe we won't talk about the sound, but that's good. What a wonderful day here in Niš. It feels like the start of summer, actually, doesn't it? It sort of has that, warm, potentially tropical feel about it today.
Yeah, but here in Serbia, that's start of winter.
It's start of winter, exactly. Now all the Australians will be getting excited if any of them are awake. Starting up summer very, very soon in Australia. So welcome to all of our international fans who might be listening to this, all three of you. Kick off from Radnički Niš, beautifully taken there by Zogovic. Passes the ball off to Danilo Kasanovic and he makes about 12 metres there on the bust. Good work from him, finding his elbows and his stomach in the play of the ball so he can take a quick play of the ball. And then the very opposite happens on the next tackle with Matej Bajic being turtled. Nedeljkovic, beautiful pass here. This young guy for a Red Star is very, very impressive. Pops up to play the ball. Stefan Nikolic takes off from dummy half. That's good. Rajko Trifunovic wasn't ready for that. Flicks the ball out. That's not a good pass again. Needs to settle down here and just keep the structure, keep everything moving forward and have the respect. So number 7 there is Vojislav Dedic. Stefan Nedeljkovic, nice ball playing for such a large player. Out on the right edge now, passing off to Matej Bajic. Stefan Nedeljkovic, lots of touches in this set. Nice kick across field. Let's see what happens here. Drops ball there by Radnički Niš and knocked on but first by Red Star. That's a 20-metre restart now for the Niš team. Shoko, who's number 18 again, mate? For us.
Slobodan Milenkovic.
Milenkovic, super. Okay. I had him as 17. Okay, he's playing super. Number 18, yeah? Couple of solid hit-ups here in defence. Number 13 there, Mihailo Jovic, being well contained there. That's good work there. That's Bojan Jakic. I think that's Marko Čuk. Filip Stosic, Lazar Živkovic taking the hit up here. He's turned over onto his back so that there's another slow play the ball. And he's playing the ball on about the 3 metres inside Red Star territory. Wide cut-out pass onto the foot, kicked out on the full, incomplete set from Radnički Niš. And I think whenever they've got the ball, what they need to do right now is just concentrate on completing sets and just getting a little bit into the game, not being, deflated with how the game's turning out. It's very important for both sides now, actually, Mariana. It might sound silly from a Red Star perspective, but both sides need to forget the score and pretend that it's 12-all or 0-all. Because then you don't do things that are unnatural. So, scrum there, won by Red Star. Stefan Nikolic on the wraparound with Nedeljkovic. Big gap being made here. Beautiful play from Jack O'Brien, holding up the ball, and in the second half, Ilija Kristic, he's the man, scoring another try directly under the posts, and everything good, my friends behind me? Everything good over there? Beautiful. Okay, it's always nice to know for the first 40 minutes Mariana and I were talking to ourselves. Probably happens quite often for both of us in our lives, but we didn't really want that here today. But beautiful play there by Red Star, exploring again on that left, working the right side of the Radnički Niš defence and finding a gap there between the centres. They're really starting to work that well. What have you seen at the moment in the game so far today, Mariana?
So far, I've seen. Well, may I repeat myself?
Well, the beautiful thing is yeah, exactly.
From what I've seen so far is that well, Red Star is moving well as a team, and they're also moving much faster than Radnički.
Yes.
So Radnički has some difficulties playing the ball.
They're having difficulties really containing Red Star in defence, and when they have the ball on the attack, they're being dominated fairly regularly in the tackle, which is leading to slow play the ball. But as you said, I think the key difference today, is the speed at which both teams are playing the game. And
yeah, Red Star is much faster.
And the thing that we hope that we can discuss with Radnički Niš is it's not their skills that are lacking.
No, they're very. I think they're good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure, of course, but from what I see, they're disciplined and they are technically very, very good.
And that's a good point you just made. Actually, they're disciplined for a team that's that's in this position. Their discipline has been sensational. There hasn't been anything from them that's been niggly. They haven't, this game's being played in a very, very good environment. So another hit up here. Danilo Kasanovic has been super in this match. He's taken the hard hit ups. Marko Jankovic as well. Another really good run. And did you see the leg speed there with him attempting to kick out of the tackle? So with us on the mezzanine here, halfway between the basement and ground floor, we really got to see a good angle of his legs there kicking out the tackle. Stefan Nedeljkovic being rolled onto his back, but still getting a fast play the ball. And Nikolic has been super since he's come on, replacing Vladislav Dedic. He's making the attack move forward at a really good rate. This is a very good shift out now onto the right-hand side. Mate Bajic with a offload. And again, here's Denis Chengai slipping over and falling backwards. Hopefully the knee's all right. He's had a knee reconstruction in the past. Now here's Vojislav Dedic. Lovely face ball. Going to
just through them. Nobody even tried to stop him.
Well, you know what happened there? He's actually gone to play the ball, throw the ball as if he's passing it to the player running behind Stefan Nedeljkovic. This is a wonderful skill. And then he's feigned. And with the players in motion, the defence has actually peeled off of Nedeljkovic, left the hole for him, and it was beautiful. It looked so simple, but that was actually a really skillful move there from Red Star and something that they'd been practicing on the training track.
That's great.
The key to that move as well, Mariana, is to have bodies in motion. If the players that weren't getting the ball were just standing still, it would have been obvious, and the only player moving was the player who got the ball. The defence would have jammed in on him and given him a good hit. But because the other players were moving as well, that was a really good piece of play. And that was earlier in the last half. I mentioned about, silly 1% plays where you're kicking the ball on the first tackle. Vojislav Dedic doesn't need to do those plays. That was absolutely beautiful. It was the perfect play just then. And he's a very, very handy halfback when he...
While we're talking about movement, I saw Jack O'Brien moving really like a ballerina between all the Radnički players.
Exactly. So
but that's something, it's not like Red Star players are smarter or something like that they just work hard to get to this point where they can do this kind of stuff instinctively.
100% correct. I mean, also defence takes a lot more out of you than attacking does, because you constantly got to keep that line. So, you know, the Radnički Niš players have probably had about 130, 140 tackles to Red Star only having to make about 40 at this stage of the game. That's just off the top of my head, and we're pretending we've got statistics. Nice short kick here. Well, actually not so nice, but it's gone straight to Stefan Nedeljković. The idea was good, just to do something different, but the execution wasn't there. But to finish what you were saying before, Mariana, and it's an excellent point, it's all about the movement off the ball. So let's see what Radnički Niš's line is like now. Stefan Nikolić again identifying that the markers aren't working. There's a beautiful play, just splitting open, and they're making it look simple. But what's happening right now, the markers have stopped working in defence for Radnički Niš. Stefan Nikolić is playing very, very direct and very, very well from dummy half. What I like that he's doing at the moment is when he picks up the ball, he's looking up, he's engaging the eyes of the defence, and he's bringing defenders across and sucking them across to be out of position. So he's doing very, very well at the moment. Yeah, very, very impressive.
Defense for Radnički is concentrated to him, and then Sam can go through on the left side.
100% correct. And what's happening as well is Jack O'Brien's feeding off of what Stefan Nikolić is doing at the moment. So Nikolić is engaging. The markers have stopped working. Wow. Ooh, wow. Okay, we've just been given a score in the current other semi-final. Partizan 26, Dorčul 22. So
they have even more exciting game.
That's the game to be watching at the moment, I think. And hopefully we'll pick up the occasional score from that match, because Partizan and Dorčul, that's a wonderful scoreline for Serbian Rugby League. Look at this for a kick from Stefan Nedeljković. That is a phenomenal kick, and Stefan gives his trademark nightclub smile. That's absolutely beautiful. Great work there, Sila. So, that's the son of Radnički Niš legend Lazar Živković coming over to say hello in the ultra-professional seats for the commentary team here.
Here in mezzanine.
Here in the mezzanine. On the mezzanine floor.
On the mezzanine floor.
I love it. It makes it sound beautifully professional, doesn't it? Here at the mezzanine in Stadion Chair.
Surrounded with beautiful woods in these autumn colors.
Oh, it's magnificent actually, isn't it? Here's the kickoff. That's a lovely high kick, and Rajko Trifunović did not listen to the calls of Moja. Moja na srpskom is mine. But it wasn't that time, it was Rajko Trifunović's, and he's dropped the ball there in the play of the ball. These are the type of errors that the Red Star players must learn to eradicate completely from the game. So today, 3 errors on the zero tackle, on the first tackle, and that's the sort of thing that I can imagine Phil Economides will be talking to his players about this week. Grand finals and international matches are lost when you drop the ball on the first tackle. And while the result of this game isn't in doubt, Mariana, those are the sort of things that our players need to be strong and learn. Let's have a look at Radnički Niš here. Move off the back of the scrum. They gain a couple of metres. They're probably sitting about 10 metres from the line. Nice little pick up and drive there from Miloš Stašin. No, it wasn't Miloš Stašin. It could have been Stosic. The numbers are pretty difficult to see. Just making any excuse possible for myself there. Nice drive there from one of the prop forwards. In fact, that could well be Mihailo Jovic. Ball moves out onto the side here. We've got Alexander Stosic bringing it back in on the inside, met by about four defenders. Really good defence there, working hard for Red Star. Ball out onto the right. And Brett Davidson's doing his best impression of camouflaging the action here for us on the mezzanine. So he's heard. I probably being heard here in Belgrade. Been told I have a voice like a foghorn. So ball comes out here. Nice little kick through there from Stosic. And not sure what's happened here. Maybe the ball has hit somebody in the back of the head and they've managed to be offside. That looks like, well, whatever it is, we'll make that up. That's a penalty for some form of offside. So let's have a look and see what happens here with Vojislav Dedic kicking the ball dead, looking for meters, doesn't actually get that many, gets about 10. So Red Star will now have...
Why did he...
Oh,
he could...
Yeah, very good question, Mariana. So he's kicked the ball out, and then again you take the ball from in line. Rajko Trifunovic now with the first hit up. Let's see that he gets up, plays the ball properly, and doesn't lose it here. Here we go. Nearly, yes, plays it with his foot. Good work, Rajko. So here's Sam Heron hitting the ball up out wide, and that's a good spot for him. He's got a really quick play the ball. Now Vladislav Dedic. Beautiful short ball off there to Jack O'Brien, and O'Brien's not going to be caught here. He said, bugger that, I'm sick of giving try assists. I'm going to take one myself. Thank you very much, linesmen and ball boys. That's enough. So he's scored. That probably makes it about 70, może 74. Okay, 74 now to 0 with the kick to come. We won't talk about the score too much because we love our friends from Niš and we're not here to do anything against
I really wanted to see at least one try for Radnički. I would like to see that also, and to still.
Look, I hope
to see them kick the ball.
100%. I hope we see them put on. You know, I hope we see them get some nice ball and do something with it. It's very important that whatever happens, but today, that they don't lose heart. The main differences between. No, they won't. They're strong men. You need to be.
Serbia here. They're all.
Exactly.
Much stronger. Whatever happens.
This is a very, very important location for the growth of rugby league in Serbia. We've got an absolutely amazing view there of Stefan Nedeljkovic missing that kick somehow. So he's actually managed to kick that almost directly at the post that time. So that's quite a bit of an effort. But we didn't get the nightclub smile after that shot. So the score stays at 74-0. We're going to get a restart here. Very slow restart from the look. And
what, can we know, Željko, please, will you tell us what was the score for other semi-finals?
Okay, so Partizan have just put on a score from the sound of it out at Yainsi, I think that game is played at today. So 32-22 in the other semi-final versus Dorčul. Long kick-off here. We're seeing all the various techniques of kick-offs at the moment. So that's the long one. Marko Jankovic has been so impressive. Again, finds his elbows. He's rolled over, but still manages to get away a reasonable play. The ball. Danilo Kasanovic has also been a rock. These two have been amazing. Good choice there by Vladislav Dedic. The support player overran him and he took the tackle, took a very good play the ball there, and that enables Milos Zogovic to split the markers, get a little bit more. He's about 12 metres into the Radnički side of the field. Fourth tackle, Vojislav Dedic. Big back line out wide, beautiful pass there, but not the second one there from Trifunovic. Now we've got beautiful, and Anđelković now being tackled. Come on, let's see what Radnički Niš can do here on the tackle.
Oh, Jack just stole the ball.
Oh, he's stolen the ball, but he's picked him up for moving too quickly from the marker position. Really good to see the referee now as well with the nightclub smile. So wonderful stuff there. That is Serbian Rugby League at its finest. And Rale Novakovic says, no way mate, not on my watch are you stealing that ball. That's a penalty to Radnički Niš. Here we go, Radnički Niš now with the opportunity. The big man, Aca Kic, takes the head up. Offside, everybody's offside. Do they want to take a shot at penalty goal and get 2 points and get up on the board? Yes, they do. This is memories of Spartak Moscow. So it's nice to see they're going to get on the board. A couple of penalties in the row. Look, to be honest, I would have, as you've been saying as well, Mariana, I would have loved to have seen them put on a backline move.
Well, yes. Oh.
But my attitude to this one is I would, if I was the touch judges, I'd be putting my flags up in the air even if he only gets this ball airborne. They deserve some points. They're wonderful hosts here and great people at the Radnički Niš. So let's see what happens. We've got a bird's eye view here. Filip Stosic, he should kick this. He's a international player. Nails it straight between the posts. Souvenir there for a couple of birds in the tree and maybe somebody from the train station who'll pick that up later. It's absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, this is nice.
So that was good that we got the opportunity to tell that joke in the second half. We told it about, just for everybody who's missed out on the first half, I think I managed to tell that joke about 5 times. Mariana stopped laughing after the second. So here we are. Probably.
Well, I have to laugh again.
Ah, that's right.
We're doing replay.
Well, yes. I mean, we both paid to laugh at rubbish jokes. So. Red Star get to kick off for probably the second time in this match, which is a good thing. So let's see what sort of technique we have here. Good discipline. Goes the high kick. This is going to bounce backwards. It didn't get the opportunity. It's come off the feet. That's an offside there. That's definitely a penalty there to Red Star. I'm not a betting man, but I'd probably bet my house that Red Star won't take the shot at 2 points here. Mariana, what are your thoughts on that?
I guess I will agree with you.
Yes.
And what happened now?
And it's a good thing I'm not betting the house because I'm actually renting. So my landlords are listening to this, don't worry, you've still got the house and we'll pay you next week for our rent. So the next ball is, this is Marko Jankovic in good position. That's a first bit of undisciplined play there by Danilo Kosanovic. He's had a magnificent game so far, but you know, second tackle, losing the ball, takes all the pressure off.
That's something you talked a lot about in first half. You have to maintain discipline, even with the score like this. You have to maintain because every error will be punished.
Oh, 100%, particularly when you go and play a level like a Challenge Cup, you know, dropping the ball on the first or second tackle is always difficult. Yeah. So a little bit of excitement here, you know, somebody wants to get up and shape up, so that's not the way we want to play rugby league. Good tackling here, really good technique, and they're driving in hard, the Red Star players, attempting to dominate the play of the ball. Good face ball there from Filip Stosic. That was actually a really good ball, and if he hit somebody who was moving at speed, that could have been a good opportunity. Actually, it was Milos Starchin. I keep getting the two of them mistaken. So, drop ball there on the last tackle. Really good charge down there by Jack O'Brien. Actually gave an opportunity there to the number 4 Alexander Stosic for Radnički Niš if he could have picked that up. So scrum to the Red Star team. 10 meters. 10 metaru Radnički Nišov polovini. Da, hvala. Jack O'Brien sa loptom. Evo je Vladislav Dedić, Stefan Nedeljković, malo wraparound, Vojislav Dedić, super trčaj, don't argue, trči, and scores out wide. So again, very, very similar to a play that was made in the first half towards the end of that, and it's almost like suprotnosti on the other side of the field. He's just held the ball up, held it with 2 hands, pushed off with the left hand, gave it a little bit of a don't argue, some pretty soft defence too, to be honest, and scores out wide.
Radnički is well, now they're at that, probably that state of mind, they're just Okay, let's just finish this.
I think there's a few players who are out there who are probably thinking they'd much prefer to be in an abattoir or somewhere else, not very nice working. So it's not a good place to be. But this is the place where men and women, as women play rugby league as well. This is the place where you learn who you are and how you're going through things. So. Danilo Kasanovic comes off. He's really been very strong today for Red Star. Apart from that last hour, I reckon he's made well over 100 metres today, averaging probably about 10 to 12 metres a hit up. I'll be looking forward to seeing the statistics sometime tomorrow. And yeah, we'll have
and
a
you
good
just calculated that for yourself.
I just pulled those numbers off the top of my head so that I sounded impressive. But what was far more impressive is, again, the nightclub smile from Stefan Nedeljkovic after he puts over the conversion from the sideline, making the score something like about 80. 80, my friends in Australia and England and USA and the other 3 people who are watching. 80 is 80.
Yeah. Thank you, Colin, for explaining that.
80
and
points to 2.
2. 2.
In
Serbian 2. Okay, and
it's actually beautiful
about
conditions.
the nightclub smile, I think we saw that just from Stefan Nedeljkovic.
I don't think from anybody else, no.
Yeah. And one time from referee.
Yes, yes. Very impressed
so that's my
see.
statistic.
Yes. So we've had 3 nightclub smiles today in this match. So nice high kickoff. Again, you hear one of the other voices you hear, apart from mine and Mariana's, is the sound of Milos Žolgovic yelling out Moja.
Moja. Yeah, that's another statistic.
Yes.
He yelled Moja at every kick.
And it's great work, actually. One of the things we talk about is priča, to talk. Very, very important. You can hear now the husky tones of Jack O'Brien, sounding like he smoked about 47 cigarettes just before this game started. He's now talking to the...
I think he's not a smoker, right?
No, he's not. He's not, no. So he moves the ball there onto the right-hand side, finding Vojislav Dedic, finding Petar Milanovic chiming into the back line, but very well read there in defence by the Radnički Niš defenders. That was actually really good defensive work. So moving the ball now onto the left, Nikola Đurić in the centre, setting it up in front of one of the posts, so that Phil Economides has got these moves that he's really sorting out now with the team. Short little kick in between the defence. Where's it going to bounce? It was a great kick, and that was a very good opportunity there for Red Star. I think it was knocked on by one of the Red Star players coming through. It could well have been Trifunovic. Once again, Brett Davidson's doing his very best impression of a set of trees at Ada Ciganlia, and he's managed to camouflage some of the best bits of play. So the mezzanine has both its faults and its benefits here for us. Sam Heron with some strong defence now on the Radnički Niš team. Maybe a touch high there, and Raleigh was thinking the same thing. I reckon that was a touch high. Let's see what happens. Let's see what he's calling. Very smart there from Stefan Nedeljkovic. He's actually feigned injury so that he can get away with that slightly high tackle. So this is probably about the 3rd tackle here for Niš. Red Star defensive line came up quite strongly. Nikola Đurić picks up the ball from under Radnički Niš era. Red Star back on the attack now, Mariana.
Well, yeah, all the plays on this, na polovini Radničkog.
Yes, it is all on this side for Radnički, and they're in a world of pain right now. Stefan Nedeljkovic also possibly in a world of pain, laying on his back. Gets up to play the ball, 2nd tackle. Little bit of width there, and I love the way that the Red Star halves are swapping positions. So Jack O'Brien swapping there and playing first receiver with Vojislav Dedic out to 2nd. And one of the Red Star players is down here, not feeling very well. There is some pretty good defence coming in here from Radnički Niš, actually, which is impressive. That was Filip Stosic, I think, in defence, if I can read the number well from here. He's a good, solid player. You asked me in the first half who to look out for in the Radnički Niš team. Stosic, Filip, and
Miloš, right?
Alexander is the brother. Yeah,
oh,
Alexander. Yeah,
okay, a lot of Miloš.
And Miloš Stashin, the hooker. So that is Stefan Nedeljković, who was down. I think it might be time for him to come up. That's a beautiful ball there from Jack O'Brien, picking up Rajko Trifunovic, running a really good angle, and that's probably 84-2, 84-2. Very, very impressive here by the Red Star team. When they play direct and play simple, it's really, really strong stuff. Bodies in motion, that's the key. What did you think about that try?
I guess what they need to learn is when they play like they were told by their trainer, it will work out for them. They shouldn't try anything new.
No, there's no need, and particularly to do things that are disrespectful, you know, to try and do a length of the field try on the first tackle, putting in kicks and long cut-out passes. It's not needed. Rugby league, you know, that they play good enough rugby league, getting bodies in motion, selecting either first or dummy runners or you know, runners in second, runners behind, etc., etc. There's a lot of good things about the structure that Red Star have, and there's no need for them to play, you know, the 1% Hollywood play. So here's Stefan Nedeljković with the shot at goal, and he drills that. That's almost like a penalty in football, just smashed straight at the goalkeeper. And that is now probably 86 points. Awesome. 86. Awesome chest. We have another 5 minutes. I feel sad. I feel like I could do this for the rest of my life. Commentating.
Yeah, well, you're good at it.
Oh dear.
I think all 27 of our viewers and listeners will agree with me when I say you are doing a good job.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, every good commentator has tickets on themselves, so perhaps that's where I should start now. So we're having the kick-off. We've got about 5 minutes left in this match. We've got Lazar Živković taking the kick-off.
And they look like they're not here anymore.
Well, you know, and you know what? I'm just
running.
They're running. Here's Danilo Kosanovic with a massive hit up, and he breaks the line. That's really good work. And you know what that was? Then Radnički Niš did run down the field in an attempt to meet at the advantage. This is another good run here from Dennis Chengai, I think this is. Playing nicely in the centres. Jack O'Brien with a nice bit of work there, shifting the side of the attack. Over onto the right, Nikola Đurić with a couple of don't argues, getting into really good position here. That looks like a great opportunity for a Facebook caption photo. That one, the position that Đurić found himself in with the Niš defenders. So ball comes back. Stefan Nedeljković here and loses the ball, looking to offload it. That's an incomplete set, but really, really nice play and the lead up there by Red Star. Again, as we'll keep saying the same things because they're true, and if we say the same things over and over, we'll probably end up believing them too. When you play simple, it's and when they play direct, it's a far better way for them to play. So just trying to offload the ball there in the tackle, but at least they got to the third tackle, fourth tackle, seeking to do something of that sort. So ball from the back of the scrum. Radnički Niš now examining the right-hand side of the Red Star defence, and that's a pretty good hit up there by the number 5, Đorđe Stefanovic. Moving the ball into the centre here. Really good defence there. Vladislav Dedić and Stefan Nedeljković. Again, still exploring the right. Being pushed backwards there, Sam Heron with a really good connection there on the Radnički Niš runner. So moving the ball again, still examining the right-hand side. Strong defence there by Jack O'Brien, dominating in the tackle. So you can see here the speed of the play the ball. Lazar Živković shifting the ball out to the right. Really nice angled run here and great stepping. I think that's one of the Stosic brothers. Yes, it is. That's Filip Stosic. Really good tackle there on near the centre. Vladislav Dedic doing some good work at the moment in defence. Nice high central bomb here, midfield bomb. Great calling there by Milos Zogovic. Really good diffusing of the bomb there, Mariana. He'll play it on the 10 metres. Ilya Krstić with a little run, hit very strongly, great pick up and hit. Ilya Krstić will be thinking to himself, I'm not going to run it again straight at Artsakic. No thank you. Next one, but is a very good hit up from the Red Star team. Number 3, Rajko Trifunovic. Nice little kick over the top here. Some really good opportunities. Great take there. And that's going to be a try under the posts. Beautiful work there. That's Stefan Nedeljkovic, if I've got the smile correct. And beautiful kick. That's a lovely kick there. That's not a 1% kick.
Because Radnički is still not letting them take it easily.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm very impressed with the way that Radnički, our brothers, are sticking to the task. Yeah. They're trying their hardest, and this is where, and we'll talk to them after this game and talk about how much respect that they should have. So, just being given a score here by El Presidente, Željko Delić, 44 to 28 is the score. So Partizan doing it well towards the end, but my God, that was a bit of a shock for them. Well, probably, you know, really good game. Would have been for about 50-60 minutes there over at Stadion Jajenci. Yes. Thank you very much, mate. So
maybe we'll talk to Željko some more about what he expects from final game.
Oh, exactly. I mean, there's some magnificent games coming up.
Because I think we can say for sure now we'll play final.
Look, I think we can bet the landlord's house now. Even the landlord would be quite happy about that. That is the game, and congratulations there to Red Star. I think the score in the end was 92 to 2, so that's a very good score there for the Red Star team. But lots of respect to Radnički Niš. They did not throw in the towel. The other thing that's very impressive for me, Mariana, is that they didn't at all get upset in this game, or play the game in a bad temper. So let's stand up now and have a chat. So after,
please
come around this side. We're ready.
This side.
Okay, well, Mariana, that was what were your thoughts in our first commentary and what you've learned today?
Learned a lot about their movements, about nightclub smiles, and how to kick a ball.
Yes,
and where from.
And what area of the field to take the kicks. Very good by Radislav Rale Novakovic, the referee as well today. He did a very, very good job, controlled the match well. Look, I think today what we saw was a team that's starting to prepare themselves for Challenge Cup, and that's very important. One of the things that we were both really impressed with today was the discipline most of the time by Red Star in completing sets, and when they were disciplined, when they picked the structured plays that they've been working to and worked the shape, ran hard off the ball, so number of bodies in motion. We saw today that they played very, very well.
I was also impressed with the teamwork.
Oh, yes.
They looked really like they are communicating, moving together, and so it was really nice to see how they move together and how they pass the ball to each other.
Exactly, and as you said during the game as well, one of the great things was the amount of talking that Milos Zogovic did from fullback. There was a number of times during the game you heard the call Moya, and he was very strong at fullback, really talking to the team, and I think if he can continue to talk like that, there was no mistakes today from the back, which was really, really good from a Red Star perspective. From a Radnički Niš perspective, what did you see today, Mariana?
Well, they stayed disciplined till the end. They didn't let this result happen easily, but they struggled, of course. I guess they're not they don't have the numbers or something.
Yeah, look, I think
but
one of the
they're
things.
slower.
Yes, I was
yeah.
about to say that actually. You picked that up very quickly in the first half. One of the key things for Radnički Niš is probably the speed of the game at which they play, and that's probably the major difference between what they put forward today and what Red Star had. So for them, I'd be looking at defensive line speed, but also attacking line speed is going to be very important for them. And just staying with it, just getting a few more people. If they can engage the community here, they've got the start of a very good club. I mean, we have to remember a year and a half ago, this team beat Red Star. So, in fact, it was only 15 months ago. So, it's not that there's a major difference between the two clubs, and we have to have that respect. There's a lot of structure being put into Red Star's play with the coaching at the moment. So that's the sort of thing we want to talk to Niš about, and hopefully get some good coaches here and really help them develop the game. So, what would be lovely is if we're able in a couple of minutes, if we can get somebody over to have a chat after the game.
I'd like to hear what Brett has to say about Radnički playing today.
Yes.
Happy.
I'll bring him over and then we'll start up.
Ko je Toti? Aha. O, zove se Lazar. To da, njega si.
Okay, we ready? Mi smo spremni? Beautiful, beautiful. So we're just going to have a little bit of fun with it. Okay, this is the captain, one of the great people from this club, Lazar Živković, nicknamed Toti. Lazar, commiserations today, but one of the things that we're both very proud of is the spirit that this game was played in, and the other thing that we noted at the end was how you never gave up, and how in the last tackle you were all sprinting up and you were still working as hard as you did in the first. How do you feel after this game, and where do you see you can improve for rugby league here?
Yeah, we lose with a lot of scores for Red Star, but we don't lose our soul, because Red Star now this year and second year, 1 year ago, is the top in Serbian Rugby League, and we are very proud because we can play against the guys who play next year in Challenge Cup, and we need a lot of game like this, because after this game we know we have a lot of mistakes, and on next training session we must do on to fix that mistake.
One of the key things that we saw, and I'm not sure whether you would agree with this, but as you said, 15 months ago, we came here and we lost a game. So, and it wasn't with that many different players as well, to be honest. We had some different international players at the time in that match. One of the things that we've worked on in the last 12 months as a club here is our line speed, doing things faster. Do you think that if you work on that sort of thing, doing things in attack a little bit quicker in defence, do you think that gap will really close up quickly?
Yeah, you say all of our mistakes, and mistake a lot of teams in rugby league in Serbia. Yesterday I was on one local TV in Niš here, and I spoke about change in Red Star, because last year we beat this team, Red Star. No same, but
basically it was not very different.
Yeah, but Red Star do one of the. I think that is the key of the problem, is because a lot of players can just train,
yes.
Don't go to have some shit stuff, 20 hours to have a job or something like that, and
yes.
you go to field to have a training session or something. One of the players in our team, Alexander Ilic, was have all night have a job, and now he must play.
Yeah.
And we a lot of, I think that is one of the questions for our team next year. must do something like Red Star. No,
Yes.
no, just Radnički Niš, whole team, Dorčel, Partizan.
Everything,
that
yeah.
way,
You'll be
To develop rugby league in Serbia together.
exactly. You'll be surprised how
that would be
quickly
great. Yeah.
it happens. So we'll talk about trying to help, with the sponsor to help you bring some players to training more, and so the players can have a little bit of money which they deserve. And it's one of the, it's very interesting to hear somebody out there, a real warrior today for Radnički Niš, worked a night shift and has come here to play. Mariano, what are your thoughts for Lazar?
Yeah.
This is the this is the
that's
spirit
nice.
of rugby league.
That's what I pick up, and that's really it's a delight to be here and to see how we can play with friends.
That's the
So
great thing about our sport.
Yeah.
And one of the best things is because just one or two or three people in our club do something for better for this club and rugby league on the south, and that is very hard for us because a lot of technical stuff we must do. I
Yes.
must do and I must play.
Yes.
That's very very hard for me and for some player and for some people for my club. Our club.
Yeah. Okay. You need more people to bring in more people
Yes.
and more
I
enthusiasm.
think we are one of the club who have the best cooperation with local, our local
Community?
local community with our
Municipality.
city political,
Mm.
because they we have some projects, they give us fuel for free. We have good cooperation with Radnički Niš. We have
That's great. You have
money
something.
for trip, for
Yeah.
something. We have sponsors, out agency,
Yes.
for jersey, and
That's something. That's
yeah.
and you just build on that.
That's very important for us, and I think next level is more sponsors. Because if we don't have more sponsors, we can grow up. We can be on this line.
Yeah.
We can on next level. We can go on next level.
And that's where we all need to get to together.
Yeah.
Okay. Hvala vam. Thank you very
Hvala vama
much.
puno.
We love the spirit that this has played in, and we're really looking forward to sitting down and having a pivo and
Da.
something to
Da,
eat. So,
da.
and pleške.
Uživajte u Nišu.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hey,
Very
Brad.
good, very good. So we'll now try.
You don't have any comments? Okay.
Šta ti planiraš posle utakmice? Hoćeš da odemo? Hoćeš da...
Hoću.
Mi moramo da krenemo oko... Kad moramo da krenemo?
Pola sedam.
Pola sedam.
Sad je četiri. Ekstra.
Ima.
Ima ovde odmah blizu jedan lep kao pub, ima veliko dvojište.
Ajmo ovde svako po nešto da ponese, nemojte da odete.
Ima i hrana koja će da uzmete. Evo ga ovde, uča je odmah...
Jel u parku baš?
Okay.
Ne. Čim pređeš pošto ulicu, odmah desno tu je na ćošku, vidit ćeš. Aj sad ću da ićemo
idemo zajedno.
Ja imam samo trebam stative da skinem, da zaključam ovo, da pokušam.
Ok, mi moramo da pričamo malo da.
Da se spakujemo.
Mogu biti ovde zbog stvari, da sve tako
Da.
opremu i telo.
Okay, Mariana, would we like to do a sign off for the that just gets
Sign
put
off?
onto the?
You don't want to talk to Jacob about next week?
No,
No.
he's gone. We just need to
Yeah.
sign off. The boys want to go. Okay.
Okay, let's go.
3, 2, 1, ultra professional. Here we are in Stadion Čajar, Radnički Niš, the home of the Radnički Niš team. That was very good, wasn't it? That was really professional. I don't know where I was going with that at all. You can help me now finish off.
We're gonna cut it.
Yeah, that's good.
You can start over.
Okay. Okay, let's do that again. It's good that was one of my best fuck ups. Actually, we should put that on. All right. Would you like to?
No, please, no.
Okay, and 3, and 2, and 1. Thank you very much for joining us here today at Stadion Chayar, the home of Radnički Niš. See, that was better. That actually flowed a little bit better, that one. So, big result today for Red Star in the semi-final, 94 points to 2. But Radnički Niš will be back again next year. We'll see you next week at Istanbul.
Istanbul, semi-finals of Balkan Super League.
Balkan Super League. Thank you very much. Ciao.
Ciao.